The old gods were known as the protectors of our people. When we went into space, they were myths and legends, not truly believed in by the people anymore. But there were signs the old gods were real. We saw death amongst the planets when we discovered FTL, long-gone civilizations pounded into the dirt and made into craters. Then we found one of our own, a Gorgon, on another world, dressed in strange battle armor, impervious to our best weapons, but with a massive plasma blast hole in his chest. Panic started. How had a man from 500 years ago died in another world in impossibly advanced gear? Then we met them. Not our gods, but another species, the Taston, with the same questions as we had and the same myths as we had. The old gods, beings of unimaginable power, creatures who roamed the stars themselves and made them their servants. This was all very fanciful. Surely it was just a coincidence that two civilizations had a similar old belief. Indeed, one of these long-dead civilizations probably abducted the dead man and sent him to war. But that all changed when we found the artifact. Our dreams and myths come real, a Dyson sphere, unlimited energy, only that the star was long gone. We examined it but found we knew little. 237 unknown materials and no more than 53 unknown elements which our most powerful weapons couldn't even penetrate to find out what was under them. Surely this meant the old gods were real, an advanced civilization long since gone. We continued to explore the galaxy and found other species in a similar state of affair as us, lots of dead civilizations and their people scattered around the stars centuries before they should have been there. Then they found the Holy Grail as far as the galaxy was concerned. A ship graveyard in the middle of deep space, filled with ships bigger than the cities all dedicated to war. Near them was a giant ring the size of a planet with a hole so massive large moons could easily fit in there without an issue. I was there when we boarded the first ship of the gods. The ship had a massive gash in it that could have easily fitted our own ship inside with room to spare. We had to nearly crawl our way through the ship's decks. The gods were small, I said to my exploration crew. Then we found a closed door, end of the line, except we saw a half-fallen panel with a lever inside. I pulled but found the door to be hard to open, but with time, the crew and I opened the door to a large room where there was plenty of headspace. There were panels off of the ground which looked like they used some sort of hologram to interface with the ship. "Are we anywhere near turning on power?" I asked into the communicator of the spacesuit. "Nearly," one of them said. "This technology is ridiculously advanced and seem to have multiple fail-safes, and here we are, power should come on now." The lights flickered into life after centuries of darkness. Holograms came on and a siren started to go off in an unknown language. The translators tried to translate the language, but all that came through at this point was, "Warning, missing section of the ship implores you reach life-saving ship, atmosphere at null." "Turn that thing off!" I shouted, bathed in red light. Somewhere someone did exactly that. The red light was still going off, but he could at least hear himself think. "Sir," one of the men said, "look at the seat." He was pointing to what looked like a captain's seat. I walked over and gasped. Perfectly preserved in the void was a god. A small man with blonde hair and sagging grayed skin that must have looked so full in life. Next to one of the man's spindly hands was a blinking blue light. Slowly I moved the god's hand onto his lap and noticed he was belted in. I pressed the blue button and a message appeared that filled the front of the room. At first a random assortment of sounds came up. It took time for the translator to start translating the words. It was a codex. Then the man came on the screen. "My name is Captain Halfthorne of the Terran Republic ship Hermes. I leave this message to the people of the Andromeda Galaxy in the hope one day they will find it, and I can answer their questions. This battle and all the other battles, all the lost worlds and battered civilizations was for you. We came through the portal you see behind us. We build wonders for your people who are already exploring the stars, Dyson spheres, terraformed planets, and ships to travel the stars with, but some wanted more. The Andromeda Alliance wanted all of our technology and us to leave this galaxy so they could rule over it, stating that our space in this galaxy was an evil that needed to be destroyed. They bombed our cities to dust and enslaved multiple species that were still in the cradle of their worlds. We protected them. Some even joined us to free their galaxy from the Alliance. The war was bitter. casualties in the hundreds of trillions, all culminating in the battle for Portal B95. The Alliance thought that they could take Portal B95 and enslave our galaxy, the Milky Way, to enslave all the species there, too. But we fought back and destroyed the flagships of the Alliance and their governments with them. After the war, we were ashamed. We had brought innocence into our war, so we decided to leave Andromeda, satisfied we had stopped a species intent on destruction. However, the Alliance still had ships. For 18 years we had hunted them down. My ship, the last casualty of the war, freak accident with shrapnel entering my artificial heart. I only have so long now, but the Terran government gave me the honor of giving you this message. On what we call Planet Trilath, we have left database after database of our technology for you to replicate. We hope to see you one day, as free as we hoped you would be, but for now, follow the coordinates and one day, come and find us. After this, numbers came up in red, and I instantly knew treasures beyond my wildest dreams were waiting to be found. We are now masters of our galaxy. We still haven't got the portal open, and we haven't discovered the metals needed to build one in our galaxy, but we want to see our gods in the flesh, our saviors, alive and breathing, and one day we will.